Okay, so good. We're going to start with this, what I call a Tokyo Delight sandwich. First, we're going to start by peeling the outside of our Daikon radish. Just don't even worry about dealing with that dirty outside. Then we're just going to use that same peeler and peel some strips, and then get those into a bowl. Then we're going to take our cucumber and slice it on a bias so that we get some super thin strips, so that it pickles really fast the same way that the Daikon radish does, okay? And you can make a lot of this or a little of this depending on how many sandwiches you want to make. I made a lot. I like to make multiples of these sandwiches without having to do it over again, okay? Just gonna get those cut into really thin strips, and then get those added into the jar with the Daikon radishes, okay? Now to a pot, we're gonna add, I did a cup of rice wine vinegar. I did half a cup of water. I did 1.5 tablespoons of sugar. Brought that to a boil, or a pinch of salt. I brought that to a boil, and then stirred it until all of the salt and the sugar was dissolved. Then I came behind with some of these Szechuan peppercorns to kind of give it just a little bit of a kick, okay? I'll bring that to a boil, turn it off, and then pour it over top of your veggies. Make sure they're submerged, and just let them chill for about 10 or 15 minutes. For our miso mayo, we're gonna go with some Kewpie mayonnaise. This is really rich, it's really delicious mayo. We're gonna add about a teaspoon and a half of some white miso paste. You can kind of gauge that by your taste. Just add a little bit, mix it, and then taste it. We're gonna add a bit of rice wine vinegar, some soy sauce, and then of course we had to add some of the most infamous wasabi and some MSG. Okay, just get that mixed really well. Make sure you dissolve all the clumps. Add a little bit of sugar in there as well. And then here's the MSG. Just get that mixed really well, give it a taste, and then adjust. You know what I'm saying? We taste as we go so that we can figure out how we want it to taste. Okay, there's no right or wrong way. We just add the ingredients and then adjust for how we want it to taste, okay? Then we're gonna take that, get it into our container, get it in the refrigerator, and let that chill. Okay, for this sandwich, I used American Wagyu beef. You can see the nice marbling. This is Hotpot Wagyu beef, super thin. I just wanted to sear it on both sides for about 10 to 15 seconds, and then hit it with a little bit of some flaky Maldon sea salt, just to kind of season it a little bit, and then we'll get that set aside in a bowl. Okay, these are quick, they don't take long. Just make sure your pan is super high heat, and then you have the salt ready to go. Okay, we want it to look a little something like this with a nice little char on our Wagyu beef. Okay, I found this black sesame bread at 99 Ranch. Smelled really good, super soft and tasty. To get the sandwich built, we're gonna add that miso mayo onto our bread. Okay, we're gonna come behind that and add or layer our American Wagyu beef, hit it with a piece of Gruyere cheese, and then finish with more of our Wagyu beef. And I just tore those Daikon strips, pickled Daikon strips, into little pieces, and I added the pickled cucumber as well on top. And then to make this sandwich, or take this sandwich over the top, I used my Revolution toaster, and I used the Toasty Press, which makes a panini sandwich. Okay, you get your sandwich into the actual press, you get the press into the Revolution toaster, you select panini and then desired toast that you want, and then you just stand by. It's gonna heat, it's gonna grill, and it's even gonna crisp your bread to the perfect crispiness, as you can tell. Be careful when you move it out of the toaster. Of course, it's hot, but it's super crispy. It was super cheesy. The beef was super tender and flavorful. The miso mayo went well with that fatty Wagyu beef, and so did those sour, slightly crunchy cucumbers and Daikon radish. I would highly recommend giving this a try if you can find the bread. Yeah, it was amazing. 10 out of 10.